Well, welcome back, everyone. I wasn't sure if we were going to do this, but I thought about it and I thought, you know what? This could be one, because it's kind of unique in terms of how it goes. It is short, it's only one boss, but it's still a unique raid. Plus, I kind of have a reason to do it, because there are a couple of mounts I can get in here that I haven't gotten that I want. So, we are going to be doing the Eye of Eternity raid, where we go up against Malygos, where I can either get an Azure Drake or a Blue Drake. I know there's a low chance to get it, but I want them. And the fight itself is actually rather unique. So, we are back to my Death Knight, though he's a little different this time. He has changed from a troll to an orc. Let's just say that I've been rather fond of orcs recently. You can see there's the meeting stone, because there is at least one, if not two, dungeons here. It's a little confusing to try and make sure you figure out which is which. Like, which is the raid, which is the dungeon. Like, if you go up here, this is like nothing. I'm pretty sure this right here is the raid. It's a little confusing to try and figure out which one is which in here. Alright, here we go. This is it. Alright. So there's the portal to get out of here.
My patience has reached its limit. I will be rid of you!
Hello, Malygos.
Resilient than I anticipated. Nonetheless,
You've proven more resilient.
It is you reckless, careless mortals who are to blame for this war. I do what I must, and if it means your extinction, then so be it.
It's too far away.
So now I have to try and take these guys out. To basically get one of these, and now I'm like, whee! I can fly!
I don't have a target.
Of course, with my special toxic ability, it's easy to do that.
If you intend to reclaim Azeroth's magic, then you shall have it.
Poor Malygos. Whoa! Alright, here's the unique aspect of this fight.
Now your
I'm now riding a red dragon in order to try and fight him.
The powers contained here are sufficient to destroy the world 10 times over. What do you think they will do to you?
I need to get closer.
Ooh, gotta be careful. Oh, I did it!
Everything.
Wow.
My sister, what have you...
Alex Straza.
I did what I had to, brother. You gave me no alternative. And so ends the Nexus War. This resolution pains me deeply. But the destruction, the monumental loss of life had to end. Regardless of Malygos' recent transgressions, I will mourn his loss. He was once a guardian, a protector. This day, one of the world's mightiest has fallen. The Red Dragonflight will take on the burden of mending the devastation wrought on Azeroth. Return home to your people and rest. Tomorrow will bring you new challenges, and you must be ready to face them. Life goes on.
Alright, so before I talk a bit more about this, let me get out of here, because otherwise that flapping sound is going to keep on going and going. Alright, so, anyway. I've done that on 25 player mode, and it took me a while to actually do it, because I had to keep flying around while he was beaming me and healing myself. But apparently on 10 player mode, you can just one-hit the guy, apparently. Because I was shocked that I took him down that fast. But, it's defeat Malygos in 10 player mode in 6 minutes or less. Alright, so I got that achievement. Let's see, what was I got? That was it that I got? Let's see. Cloth. Gown of the Spellweaver. And... Ah. That's not bad looking. So I think I got that. But I didn't get this for some reason, even though he can wear cloth. I don't know. Anyway, so I guess the back then the idea was that everybody in the raid group was flying on those red drakes, and you had to kind of coordinate, you know, who was going to be taking the brunt of that beam, who was going to be flying around trying to, you know, blast him, who was going to, you know, while others tried to keep themselves alive with the heals and such. Obviously, you were not able to use your actual class ability, so at that point, it was kind of like, all right, now it's just a lot of coordination with each of the different drakes. Who was going to be doing what. That's how I imagine it was back then. So, and keep in mind, this was still when all you could select was normal. You didn't have a heroic yet. They didn't really introduce heroic until, well, I guess it's not available there for Ulduar. Only Time Walking is. Let me check. Yep, Trial of the Crusader was when we could start doing heroic here. Didn't have that for Naxxramas. Is that possible for Nixilar? No. Obviously, that's for Ice Crown. And Ruby Sanctum. It's another one. Yeah, you can see Hallion there. This is heroic also, though. Though it's a little deceptive. Ruby Sanctum is actually one of those where you do actually have to take out a few, I think, in order to actually get Hallion to even show up. Which, by the way, that also comes into play with the Death Knight when he does the quest to get the Class Hall mount later on, where you have to go to the Ruby Sanctum in order to get information to find out where the mount is. So whereas Obsidian Sanctum, you can just go straight up to Sartharion and just boom, you're dead, without dealing with anything else in that room. I believe Ruby Sanctum is a little different in that regard. Onyxia's Lair, you know, that's just straight up like go find Onyxia and take her on. So that was the Eye of Eternity. Obviously a very short raid, one boss, but it's one of those. It's similar to how the Kael'thas Eye raid is, where you can just go straight to the boss and just do this over and over with different, you know, however many times you want or to try, because obviously you're going to be getting. You have a chance to get 2 mounts here. It's a small chance, but you still have a chance. And the fact that it's very fast, it's, you know, you can go in, just take on this one boss very quickly. It's like, it's not like a chore with other raids where you have to go through a ton of bosses and do a lot of running around to get that, try and get that one thing. So if you're wanting to get these, I definitely think this is a very good one to do it because it's only one boss, it's very fast. In comparison to the other one, which is not the next one we're going to be doing. So, next, we will be doing one of the most highly praised, most well-known raids that many people to this day still talk about with very high regard and praise, as many have said that, or consider it to be not only one of their favorites, but some have said this is the best raid that Blizzard has made, for various different aspects. But I've heard people talk about this raid in that regard as one of the best raids they have ever done, which, like the Temple of Ahn'Qiraj, featured an old god, Yogg-Saron. But the theme is of this raid seems to be very centered around the Titans. And, well, you'll get a sense of that when we delve into Ulduar when we come back.